for unlawful evictions. But the other thing that I've talked to a number of municipal officials, including a call today with Mayor Tory and also to a conversation I had with Deputy Mayor Bailal last week, is we have the $150 million that we announced for the second phase of the social service review program. That's application based, and I'm certainly encouraging those longer-term sustainable solutions. But if, for example, to use the City of Toronto as an example, if they decided to develop a rent arrears program and wanted to partner with our provincial dollars, that would be something that we would take a look at. In addition, we were the first, I want to remind people this, we were the first Canadian province or territory that signed on to the National Housing Benefit. So this is a portable benefit that people can use to help keep themselves housed. And then the final point that I will make is in the first phase of the social service review fund, that's the $148 million we announced early on, many municipalities strengthened their rent banks, strengthened their utility banks, and also created emergency rent assistance programs. So to say that there's nothing available is incorrect. There were dollars given to municipalities that they could deal with on a flexible basis.
Thank you, everyone. We've been listening in live to Premier Doug Ford and his cabinet ministers on their daily COVID-19 update from Queen's Park. The big announcement is the $7 billion that Ontario has received from the federal government. A bit of a breakdown on it. So about $2 billion of it will support municipalities, and an additional $2 billion will be used for transit. $1 billion of that will be from federal government, as well as another $1 billion from municipal government. Now, in case you had just missed that update, Premier Ford touched quite a bit on the number of parties that took place over the weekend in Peel Region, specifically in Brampton. He called the participants of that party, as well as those who put it on, a bunch of yahoos once again, and that he did say that the full extent of the law, as well as throw everything and the book at those who organized that party. He also said that people that attended the party, as the investigation continues, should be fined up to $800. So we'll have more on that coming up within the hour. But speaking of the incidents that took place in Brampton, 5 people are in hospital after an early morning shooting in Brampton. Officers were called to the area of Julian and Fitzpatrick, south of Castlemore Road, for reports of shots fired just before 6 this morning. Paramedics say 4 people were found at the scene suffering from gunshot wounds, while a 5th made their way to the hospital on their own. A number of shell casings were also located. Police say they're looking into reports that the home was advertised for rent on Airbnb. Officers did find 4 people who had suffered from gunshot wounds. We have 2 people, 1 adult female and 1 adult male that have been taken to trauma center, and we have 2 males that were taken to local, so they're being treated at local. All injuries at this point are considered non-life threatening.
Now I'm terrified. I gotta lock my doors. I go in the garden, lock my doors, come back in. What is this? And you know, a lot of people, they want respect. Start respecting yourself and respecting others before you can get respect.
Police have not released information on possible suspects just yet, and a heads up that roads in the area remain closed for the investigation. Well, a woman has died following a house fire in Brampton. Fire crews say that the home was engulfed in flames when they were pulled to the scene on Cornwall Heights around 12:30 this morning. That's in the area of Main and Queen. The woman was pulled from the home and was rushed to a local hospital where she was pronounced dead.
Crews responded to find a working fire in the front of the house. They initiated a fast attack. While that attack was underway, they were notified of possible person still trapped inside the structure. Crews then searched the premise and removed 1 female patient.
The cause of that deadly fire is still under investigation. And crews are battling a fire at a townhouse complex in Hamilton. Firefighters were called to the area of 50 Road and the QEW in Stony Creek just before 3 this morning. The fire started in 1 unit and quickly spread, as you can see, damaging 11 homes in total. No injuries have been reported. The Ontario Fire Marshal is investigating.
My understanding is that Hamilton Police were notifying residents as they were running down, knocking on doors, and the fire was actually overtaking them at the roof line. It was bad. I've seen fires before, and this the fire looked like it was raging out of control. It looked like it was spreading. It was pretty scary.
Firefighters are expected to be on the scene for the rest of the day. And crews also battled a fire at a building on Weston Road near Lawrence. The two-alarm fire broke out on the 11th floor around 6:30 this morning, and the entire building had to be evacuated. Now, fire crews encountered plenty of dark smoke, which made it difficult to find the initial source of the fire. No injuries have been reported. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. It's 1:37 and 26 degrees. It's now time to check on weather and traffic. Let's check in with CP24 meteorologist Bill Coulter.
Well, this certainly is a hot, humid, unsettled kind of midsummer day. We started off the day, we already had Humidex values in the low 30s. It didn't take long for the actual temperature. By noon, it was already up to 31, and we are just cooking right now. And because of that heat and humidity, that is the energy by which we are already starting to see some showers and storm develop. The further into the afternoon we get, the more likely that some of these storms will reach severe limits. So we'll be watching the sky, let you know if anything